I'm going to go ahead and show you guys an easy trick that you can use to find the best levels and the best areas of support and resistance for stocks. This is going to work primarily and only for stocks. There's this thing called 930 manipulation, and it really affects and it determines the probability of a level. If you see a market level reacting multiple times from an opening drive level on the stock market, no, inshallah, if God wills, that level is going a probable level to play. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to identify steps we're going to go ahead and need and what support and resistance is. So starting off, let's talk about the indicators. Okay, so on TradingView or whatever indicator you're looking at, or whatever software you're looking at, I need you guys to look at market open marker. Okay, I use the one by Charmeager, and it's a great indicator. It's pretty much just going to put a line on the screen that's going to show us exactly whenever market opened. Okay, and on the stock market, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time is when the stock market opens. That's going to go ahead and give us the most probable levels because that's when the most volume is going to come in. Okay, so what volume is the amount of people pretty much trading that at that time. Okay, so if it's an area where a lot of people are trading it at, that's going to be an area where we want to get. Okay, so volume is really going to affect the amount of people that are going to be in the trade. That's just pretty much what. So if an area has high volume, there's a lot of people getting in at the area. You most likely want to get in the area too. Okay, so trading, it's really about being a sheep. You got to move with the herd. Wherever the herd is moving, you're moving. Okay, and that's how you. So before we jump into it, let's talk about something. Talk about resistance. Okay, so resistance is going to be the top area where price decides to fall in a downwards direction. Okay, that's going to go ahead and be resistance. And all resistance is, okay, is price falling in a downwards direction because people are selling. So we have to put market into a lot. Okay, if I get on my daily time frame, okay, stock, okay, say I'm looking at Citigroup firm, okay, and I look at the beginning of all time, okay, or pretty much for most stocks, okay, if I go to 1990, okay, it's going to be nowhere near where we are today, okay, so we're at 93, okay, and back then we were at $10. Reason is because no matter how much we dip down within the stock market, the point of it is to go within an upward direction. Okay. So the only reason it goes down is to find a new low so then market can come bounce back upwards. Okay. There's also laws, restrictions in place, make sure that it doesn't crash down. Okay. And then a lot of the times more profitable stocks, like let's say Nvidia, for example, aren't going to have as much fluctuation. They're going to be moving in a straight linear line time, break and read what that is. Second is going to be very, very useful. Okay. So once again, the goal of the stock market is to go upwards direction. Okay. So we can't be thinking too short. We have to think logically. One of these dips is to market to find a new low so people can just buy it right back up again and take it back up to the high. Okay. All it's for. Okay. So now let's go ahead and let's get into support is. Support is going to be the opposite of resistance. It's going to be an area where market decides to bounce in a V direction. This point right here, we're going to have this right here. Okay, whenever you see price bouncing with a V direction like that, okay, then you know that's going to be an area support. That's where price wants to stop falling at and decide to bounce upward. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and be area support. Okay, like to buy at areas of support, or they like to buy area of resistance is broken, or they like to buy when broken and turned into. That's going to be the S plus. Okay, the resistance gets broken and turned into support. Be what I call S tier entry. Okay, see that? That's going to be S plus entry that a lot of people are. Okay, because that's and fit our staircase logic. see resistance running support very, very cleanly. Then we know take it from support. It's the gap fill. Top just okay. That's going to go ahead and that. Now, let's go ahead and go to indicators. Turn on a market open marker. Okay. Let's talk about how we can identify these key levels. So, understanding one more logic as well. Price cannot continue in upwards direction unless it decides to break an area. Price has to continuously break resistances over and over again in order to progress. Price cannot progress in unless it decides to break an area. See resistance get broken and turn into support. Exciting time. You know you're ready to make a spread, and you know you're going to be getting your bag. Okay, so we'll check it out. So I'm going to go to my 30-minute time frame first. You can either go to your 30-minute or your 4-hour time frame. Not 4-hour, your 15-minute or your 30-minute time frame. And then you're going to use your 4-hour time frame to verify everything after the level. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put an eyeball here on the market open marker. I'm going to go ahead and turn the indicator on. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is look for 930 levels above current price. Okay. So for me, I'm a breakout trader and a break and retest trader. In stock market, I like to primarily calls by weeks out because I'm expecting price to go within a direction. So what I like to do is look above current price. Okay. And I'll go ahead and I'll draw a zone at the 930 resistance I see above current price. Okay. So on my 4-hour time frame here, I can see that this area right here wants to be reacted at. Okay. I'm going to go back to my 15-minute. Let me go ahead and go to my left here. So boom, I have one 930 reaction right here. And the more 930 reactions that you see within an area, the better. The more 930 reactions you see, you should actually be very excited. Okay, because you know it's pretty much going to be almost guaranteed that you make bread. And price has a very high chance to break and retest from these levels as well too, even if you didn't want to just take the breakout straight up. Okay, so boom, price could go ahead and pass these areas here. So we have two 930 tasks within that green. Guess what? 930 area right here too, little area of support. And we decided to get under here and we broke and retest here. Okay, so this area of support, this 930 area of support turned into break and retest. Okay, so this area of support right here is very, very informist. Okay, so we're looking for just informing areas. What? 930 support, very informing. Okay, 930 breakout, very informing. Okay, so guess what? Over here too, 930 resistance. Okay, and then price decided to continue to dump. Okay, so price decided to like this level. Okay, and once we verified that, we can come all the way to the right, go to my 4-hour time frame, and I could look at the resistance that's going to be above this. This is going to go ahead and be our entry line here. Okay, so wherever the resistance is above current price, this is going to be our entry line. You're going to go stack bread, work on your business, go work hard, and go get enough money to actually afford these contracts, and then you're going to come back. Okay, so this is going to go ahead and be your entry. Then after that, you're going to be able to go ahead, mark out the next area of resistance above that. Okay, and be able to see breakout entry should be able in break past it, and then it should head over to the next high probability of resistance. So we have 930 resistance or 2 on the 4-hour. Okay, and 930 breakout here, 930 breakout. Okay, so even the take profit has a lot of volume as well too. Okay, so if you see a 930 reaction on the stock market, it's a high volume area because the market just opened. Everyone is fiending to get in, even though half of them, 99% of them don't know what they're doing, and that's okay. This is why we get educated, because there was a point in time I was one of those people too. I want you guys to just stay prayed up to God, get educated, and not make mistakes. You can really just get ahead in this world by just being educated. Okay, education is an important way. Education and number one, being right with God. Okay, being a righteous, good person. Boom. As we can see, once price decides to go ahead and get above this area, then it's safe. And even if you wanted to as well, you could even enter on this resistance over here, which works. So you could either do that too. And then you could do 4-hour and let it break over up here. Okay, but honestly, this area right here, I believe you see break and retest just near this whole area, then you. But it's just about being confident. Okay, some of you guys close the trades way too. I recommend options because you can weeks out, forget about the trade, and your stop loss is gonna. Some of y'all just whole process, ruin the bread that you're making, ruin everything, rushing it by being way too fast. Practice it. Okay, so don't make bone ready to go or stay away from you. Okay, because that's really all it is. You be greedy, doesn't want you to be successful. Slow down. Fight all of that. Stay prayed up to God, stay disciplined, resilient, watch how things change. 930 areas are going to be an effective way to really find some penis level. Use these levels to verify what you do. Then don't forget to get on your 4-hour time frame as well too, just to make sure that the structure looks clean. Okay, and enter in at these levels. Primarily, I like to go ahead and play calls. I don't really care if even if I'm in a bearish market, I'll wait for market to find a low, break my area, and come back up. Meanwhile, I'm going to be working on business, working in real life, working hard, and just staying out of the market. Instead of trying to predict every little thing, I'm going to continue to stick to my A+ model, and I'm going to wait for this market to recover, stack my bread, and have my contracts ready whenever market. Okay, until God will. I love you guys so much. I don't want you guys to struggle. Play market with logical perspective. Watch how your bread grows. Some of you guys just aren't getting anywhere because you just lack one simple thing, and patience. Okay, wait. And in order for the riches to come to you, one, you have to be right with God. Two, you need to have a logical plan. Some of you guys are trading with no. Y'all are getting on here right at 9:30, just pressing a button. Instead, take a little deeper look at these 9:30 reactions. If everyone's buying at these levels, then it must leave an imprint. It must be important. And reverse engineer that and use that with the trading plan. Okay? I want you guys to be successful. You guys to stay prayed to God. I don't want you guys to give up. Okay? And I want you guys to be profitable in the market. We got this. Stay resilient. Let's stay hard. Let's never give up. Yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next production ride for our level. Peace.